evening and welcome to this edition of News Leader. Today is Tuesday, October the 24th, 2023. I'm Andrew Todd. In tonight's news, there was a murder in Lakewood Park on Saturday night. Tullahoma High School Wildcats win another one, and we have the details on the biggest Halloween display in the area. We'll have all these stories and more on tonight's News Leader.
Hi, my name is Ringo. Here at Barkview Senior Living, they're human-friendly. That's why I love it here, and so does my senior human. When they want a bite, they get chef-prepared meals, and so do I. Movies in the theater, day trips, walks on the trail, and other senior humans to play with. The grass and the grounds are exquisite. It's everything my human needs to be healthy and active. Barkview. A Parkview Senior Living. For your dog's best friend, you.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. The Coffee County Sheriff's Department has issued a press release regarding a shooting that took place on Saturday night. On October 21st, Coffee County Sheriff's Office was dispatched to 46 General Bragg Drive in Lakewood Park for a shooting. Upon arrival, deputies located the victim, Kyle Adam Albert Gibson, in the driver's seat of a red Hyundai SUV. Gibson had been shot. While investigating the scene, Coffee County Sheriff's Department deputies identified the shooter as Larry Gene Hurley, 46, of 46 General Bragg Drive. After an investigation by Coffee County Sheriff's Department, it was determined that Gibson was allegedly shot by Hurley after a brief argument about Gibson playing with Hurley's girlfriend's dog. At this time, Larry Gene Hurley has been charged with attempted first-degree murder. Hurley is being held in Coffee County Jail with no bond. An additional court appearance for Hurley has been set in General Sessions Court for earlier today. The Tullahoma Wildcats beat Spring Hill on Friday night, elevating their record to 7-2 as they look forward to their last regular game of the season in Shelbyville for a special Thursday night game. On Saturday's fifth quarter coaches show, news leaders John Gray and head coach Coy Sisk spoke about the win and preparing for Thursday's game that will determine the region champions.
And so this one will fizzle out. And hey, another W. And so it's good for our guys. They worked really hard. They set a goal. And when I say they, I sat down with the seniors before the season ever started and said, what are some goals that you guys want to get accomplished? And we talked just with each other, individually, what are some goals you have? Team-wise, what are some goals you have? The first thing that came out, team-wise, was they wanted to win a region championship. And so these guys have gotten themselves in a situation to where, hey, they have that shot. So, hey, I promised them that day that, hey, I would play the role that I had to. And sometimes you don't like playing that role. Kind of like when parents have to spank their children, I guess. My dad never told me.
Oh, it happened.
Well, my dad never told me, I used to hear people say that, hey, this is going to hurt me a lot more than it hurts you. My dad didn't tell me that.
Mine didn't either.
He told me it's going to hurt you a lot more than it hurts me. But I told him that I would play whatever role that it took if that's what those guys wanted. And the coaching staff and I talked about it. There are times that we have to be tough on these guys, and they understand it. But it is part of the process, and in order to get to that goal. Yeah. All right. Sometimes you got to break some eggs to make an omelet, I guess. But a great thing about it is Thursday night, these guys are going to need a ton of support, and they have a chance to to get a region title and bring it back to Tullahoma, and that's a big deal.
So Thursday night, this is a Thursday night game, Tullahoma goes to Shelbyville. Shelbyville has not lost a region game.
Correct.
They played Lincoln County last night and didn't win, but by what, 6, 7 points?
You know, at this point in the year, it's week 10. Right? So, teams are starting to perform at a different level. Teams are starting to peak, do what they do. What a better situation, what a better Thursday night football game than it to be against 2 top teams in the region, right? And you control your own destiny, so it's not like, hey, if such and such wins over here, this doesn't matter. Hey, guess what? This is for all the marbles.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, if you win, you're region champs. If you lose, you're second place. And hey, there's a chance these 2 teams might be able to see each other again later on down the line. But I'm going to go ahead and predict right now that they won't. All right. And I think that, hey, this is a gigantic meeting of Tullahoma and Shelbyville. And hey, looking forward to it and fired up.
Everybody in the stands in Shelbyville.
Hey, look, I definitely want tons of support. But, hey, our guys have to go to work because it's a short week. So, hey, we have to prepare faster, do some things faster, and, hey, get ready to take care of business. Because, hey, little things in that routine will tend to throw you off. Hey, that's a young team. I feel like now, hey, we've got an older team.
Yep.
I feel solid about our senior leadership. Hey, I feel solid about our guys that follow. You know, sometimes you're not a leader. You have to be a follower for a little while.
Right.
Hey, and guess what? I feel solid in where we're at right now, and the goal won't change. Our goal will be, hey, to go out there next week and make ourselves better. Make ourselves better, and then raise the bar on Friday.
All right.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Parkview Senior Living, active, independent senior living at its finest.
Have you heard the news? Legendary Cincinnati Reds and Hall of Fame catcher Johnny Bench will be in Tullahoma Saturday evening, October 28th. Invited by the Tullahoma Sports Council, now is the time to purchase your ticket to see, hear, and meet the greatest catcher in Major League Baseball history. Bench is a dynamic speaker and is sure to motivate and inspire all who attend. His appearance is a fundraiser for the Tullahoma High School softball and baseball teams. Tickets are only $100 and can be purchased by calling Jim Bratcher at 247-5734. Don't miss this opportunity to see, hear, and meet Johnny Bench.
Welcome back. The Brockmans on Dab Ford Road in Deckard have their over-the-top Halloween display up and running. News leaders Philip Scoggins stopped by this weekend and brought back this interview.
Hey, we're out at the Brockmans' house out on Dabbs Ford Road again for Halloween lights and blow-ups and just all kinds of stuff out here. Can you tell us why should people come out and see what's going on over here?
You gonna tell them why they should come out? So we got all kinds of spooky stuff to look at.
Lots of skeletons, right?
Lots of skeletons for the people that go through here.
And projections.
And yeah.
What else? Blow-ups?
A lot of blow-ups and a lot of projections.
So what are projections for people that don't know?
Can you explain to them what a projection is? The projections, we use different formats to project different things on. We've got ghosts out front that are singing, telling jokes. We've got pumpkins. We've got a dance party. We've got skeletons dancing. And we also have the Haunted Mansion. So.
Okay. Well, tell them a little bit, like, It's not just you drive up into you and watch in your front yard. Can you explain a little bit about the path and things like that?
Yep. 3 years ago is when we first started doing the drive-through, where you go all the way around the house, and there's stops periodically, the pumpkins and the skeletons and Haunted Mansion projections. You stop and listen to it. The pumpkins and all that's about 3 to 6 minutes. Haunted Mansion is about 10 minutes if you wanted to watch all of it. I think the Ghost in the Front are about 10 minutes. So it's worth sitting and watching all of it if you have the time.
Okay. And what days and hours can people come by?
Well, we're Monday through Thursday would be up till 10 o'clock, starting at dark, and then Friday and Saturday we go till 11.
Okay. And is there any charge for people to come out?
No charge. We do accept donations, but it's not expected. You don't have to, so we just want people to enjoy it.
Okay. And so how do you create the projections? Like I see your house is on fire over here.
Yeah, I take a lot through different effects and cut and paste a lot of things together to make the projections. I do have some puppet software that I use also to make them talk. So it takes a lot of sitting and watching.
And how did you learn how to do that?
Trial and error. Honestly, I tend to be a digger. I research a lot, so I tend to dig until I figure it out.
Okay. All right, and so we're just a little over a week out from Halloween now. When did you start putting up decorations?
Well, we started about the second week in September, so we've been changing a lot this year. So it was a lot of new stuff we had to do and build, and so it took us a little longer than we wanted to, but that's the big thing with us, though. We don't do the same thing every year, so we try to change stuff up and add new stuff. So.
Okay. And could you tell us your address again one more time, and we'll show the people what they can come out and look. We'll give a little preview.
It is 1825 Dabbs Ford Road, Deckard.
And it is out in the middle of nowhere if you don't know the back road to Deckard. So put it in your GPS. Don't just guess.
Yes.
Yes.
Say Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween!
We'll be right back after these messages.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
We tend to lose our motivation when we have something that's chronic, but you've got to do what you can early on as you can. After I'd exercise like that, I would have a lot of energy to do housework or whatever I needed. Well, I would recommend it highly to anyone at any degree of Parkinson.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. In this week's edition of Coffee County Mayor Judd Matheny's Mayor's Message, Judd sits down with County Commissioner and Director of the County Busing Department, Tim Morris.
Hi, I'm Coffee County Mayor Judd Matheny. Welcome to this edition of the Mayor's Message. I have with me a longtime friend and longtime Commissioner, Public Servant in Coffee County, Tim Morris, and he also is the head of our bus garage, bus maintenance here in Coffee County. And before he starts talking, I want to compliment him on the impeccable neatness and organization of his facility. I stopped by there again not too long ago, unannounced, just to take him some paperwork on some water lines. We're, as a commissioner and mayor, he and I are working on penetration of potable water out to our residents in the rural areas. And you could have eaten off the floor of any surface in there. There wasn't a single tool out of place. everything, and that comes from the top down, Tim. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Joe.
It was incredible. And when I walked into his office, he was on 2 computer screens and telephone dispatching, lining stuff up, and just he himself. So thank you.
Thank you.
That's a big deal.
I'd like to say thank you to my guys too at the shop. They're the ones that keep the shop clean, and very proud of them. Like you said, I'm Tim. Grew up here in Coffee County, born here in Coffee County. My goal is to make Coffee County better than it was when we found it. I have 2 grandchildren and 1 more on the way, so they're going to be the inheritors of our stewardship. And one of the things that I've been passionate about is getting water to the people in our county. And we have several water departments, different companies that we work with, and we're working harder and harder and harder to try to get everybody drinkable, potable water to them. We've run into some stumbling blocks every once in a while, but trying to work through those. Also, as we go out, adding fire protection, fire hydrants on these lines, so people's insurance, it will help with volunteer fire department's ISO ratings. Just making sure that as a commissioner that we vote on things that don't suit our needs but suit the future needs of Coffee County. And if we look forward and go by that rule, we'll leave a good inheritance to our children.
That's right. We do everything right to the best of our ability, and it'll work out.
Mm-hmm.
It'll work out, and Tim's leading the way to work with Hillsville and Wartrace and Manchester City and West Warrenville, the utility district, to get water out to our rural areas. By the time you watch this, we would have already had several meetings under our belt with local utilities, look at their long-range plan, how the county can help them with the purchase of pipe perhaps, and some cost sharing and actually getting the infrastructure in the ground. Tim's leading the way on that. He also serves on the 105 committee, which 105 committee is basically a committee that is tasked with getting sewer out to the 105 exit from downtown Manchester, which is a challenge because Manchester has some challenges, but we're moving forward with the engineering studies and cost feasibilities and all these things because we have businesses and homes that want to locate in that area, and they're going to need a modern sewer. So we're tackling that task, and we're going to do it aggressively. Tell us a little bit about the bus system. How many buses you have, drivers?
Well,
you need drivers, all those things.
Always needing drivers. At 723-5157. You can call me anytime. I'd be more than happy to talk to you.
You have a lot of farmers and folks that...
Not as many farmers as you used to. I have 7 preachers, pastors, which I love. If God's on board your bus, your kids are safe. We have several hairdressers, several just independent people who are retired and come and drive. Our school system pays insurance on you, so if you're looking for insurance and you're a good driver and love to be around students, it is a wonderful job. Yes, sir.
That's a great benefit.
Health insurance, sick day a month, 10 sick days a year.
What kind of hours does a driver?
So you would start about 6 o'clock in the morning and be done by 8:30, and then about 2:30 until about 4:45.
And you train the folks?
And we train.
You train. That's a great deal. Even if you just considered it, give your phone number again.
723-5157.
Call and talk to Tim just about and spread the word, because we always need good drivers, and he needs a pool of reserve drivers, I'm sure, for when folks can't show up or whatever. And how many buses do we operate?
There are 58 big buses, and we run 7 special needs buses.
And we just purchased some new ones?
We just purchased 8 new ones. They're $137,000 a piece. And throw a little thing out on the Tennessee state law that Judd also helped do. They extended the use on school buses, and $137,000 is a lot of money to spend on a bus. To be able to take that bus out to 18 years or longer helps with your investment. It's your money and my money, and right now Coffee County has a 25-year-old Bluebird bus that is running in Hillsboro. It gets double inspected by the state of Tennessee twice a year. We pay for that to happen, but it's also saving your money. It's safe. It stays on the road.
And this is why maintenance is so key. And when you walk into his garage, you can tell everything is so orderly and so organized. They've got this under control. Because it could get out of hand, and some school systems it did get out of hand, and the state kind of clamped down about a dozen or 15 years ago, but we were able to get the good ones, outnumber the bad ones for sure, and we got a positive law change, and we got more power here to the local community to stretch our tax dollars out if we showed the responsibility, and we've done that, and folks like Tim have done a fantastic job. And so you can see Tim live on all the commission meetings. He serves on, tell us real quick what committees you serve on.
I'm on the HWR committee, which is Health, Welfare, and Recreation, and I'm on planning with Terry and several others, and we go through different policies and procedures,
yeah.
And we're changing some of those to benefit our employees and benefit the community.
Yeah, we want to attract good employees. We want to help them train. We want to have good benefits for them. It's better for us if we can retain employees for a long period of time and pay that extra money and benefits, and we're trying to work all that out. It's a lot better than retraining somebody that finds a better job somewhere else. And we want our folks to have a good wage and not have to work 2 jobs and be able to raise their kids and have good benefits. And we're working on all that, and Tim's been instrumental in that. We appreciate it, Tim.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. I encourage you, if you need a good part-time job and good benefits, consider driving a bus. And obviously clean driving record's important, and being sober. But other than that, give them a call. Thank you so much for tuning in to this edition of the Mayor's Message.
We'll be right back with more news after these messages.
I had a knee replacement, so they've got me at Life Care, which I'm very, very thankful for. I couldn't garden, I couldn't do my flower beds, I can't chase my little dogs. I have been in several therapy sessions for knees and back, and that's the best therapist I believe I've ever been to. It's tremendous because I'm able to walk again, but if it wasn't for the care, I wouldn't be where I am.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Have you heard the news? Legendary Cincinnati Reds and Hall of Fame catcher Johnny Bench will be in Tullahoma Saturday evening, October 28th. Invited by the Tullahoma Sports Council, now is the time to purchase your ticket to see, hear, and meet the greatest catcher in Major League Baseball history. Bench is a dynamic speaker and is sure to motivate and inspire all who attend. His appearance is a fundraiser for the Tullahoma High School softball and baseball teams. Tickets are only $100 and can be purchased by calling Jim Bratcher at 247-5734. Don't miss this opportunity to see, hear, and meet Johnny Bench.
Welcome back. At the recent Mayor's Quarterly Planning and Coordinating Committee meeting, Ralph Graham, head of the Tree Board, addressed the group.
I'm Ralph Graham, chairman of the Tree Board, and I have some good news. We got approval from the Board of Mayor and Aldermen for a matching grant. We're going to plant $10,000 worth of trees. We're going to have bids on that in November, so we'll get that done pretty soon. Number 2 is we now have an address for the Arboretum. Now put it in your maps. It's 910 Country Club Drive. Now don't tell me you can't find it, okay? I've had so many people say, I don't know where it is. It's behind the East Middle School. I guess that's not enough. Put it in your GPS, all right? 910. It's official address. That we actually had to apply for that to get an address for it. It's separate from the East Middle School. So, speaking of memorial trees, we have a tree memorial and honorary program that you can donate a tree in honor or memory of someone. The tree will cost $275, and we guarantee it for 3 years. Keep it going. If it dies, we'll put another one there. It'll have a sign underneath it, and I think it's a great way to remember people. And there are places in town that we recommend you plant it, but if you want somewhere else, we can do that, like downtown, for instance, to improve it. So if you have any questions about that, we're going to be putting this brochure out in various places so you can get it. But there's an old Chinese proverb. Somebody will ask, well, when's the best time to plant a tree? And the answer is 20 years ago. What's the next best time? Now, all right? So we're talking about tree planting time. November is a good time to do it. And number 3 is TUA is, again, sponsoring a free tree, an energy savings tree. You can get online and get your reservation in for that. I have the list of the trees that are available here. Gala apple, brandywine maple, northern red oak, and a Japanese maple. So if you want a free tree, it's kind of a neat website. You go there and you put your house and locate it on the site, and then they tell you where to put the tree, and it'll tell you how much energy saving you get per year from it. It's a neat program. I've been part of that for years, ever since it got started. I got no more room for trees, but I planted one anyway. So, and finally, I want to tell you about I believe in telling the youth about the importance of trees to us. And the Tree Board is now sponsoring a youth club for trees, a tree club. And we've gotten approval from West Middle School to have it as a club there. And we got 25 students that have signed up for this. They're excited about it. So that we got a list of activities. Susan Finger and Kathy Connolly are managing that. The first event is going to be October the 26th, and it's going to be at behind the Painted House, where we have a champion willow oak tree. It's the state's champion willow oak tree. You got to see that. If you've not been there, go look at that. It's amazing. Anyway, they're going to meet there, and Annie Roan, who owns the Painted House, has graciously donated her time and space for that.
And don't forget to tune in to this week's Living Show tonight at 6:30 p.m., Thursday morning at 9 a.m., and Thursday, Friday, and Saturday evenings at 6:30 p.m. On this week's show, Laurel Stone will stop by to tell us about an Imagination Library event that is upcoming, and the Lunch and Learn has returned to D.W. Wilson. We'll have all that and more on this week's Living. And stay with us. We'll have your weather forecast coming up right after these messages.
For many senior citizens, life looks like this. But it doesn't have to. When you make your home at Parkview Senior Living, life after retirement takes on a whole new meaning. Daily exercise options, fun outings, happy hour, game nights, movies and popcorn, arts and crafts, enjoying friends over chef-prepared meals. Parkview Senior Living, where you're always home, but you're never home alone.
Hi there, this is Terry Stroop, Stroop's Accurate Refrigeration. Summer's about to wind down, fall's right around the corner. It's time to get signed up for your fall maintenance checks, and let's get out and support our local high school football this year. Let's go, Cats!
My husband was diagnosed with a spinal infection. He lost his ability to swallow and the movement of his legs.
I couldn't turn over in bed, I couldn't walk, I couldn't eat.
They were just wonderful in the treatment and care they gave my husband.
I regained my mobility where I was able to go home.
It is miraculous.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this date. Our record high was in 1927 at 84 degrees. Record low was in 1937 at 24 degrees. Average high for this day is 69, and the average low is 45. Mostly clear for tonight with a low of 52. Sunny skies for Wednesday with a high of 77 and a low of 57. And mostly sunny skies for Thursday with a high of 78 and a low of 60. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday evenings at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. for News Leader. Stay safe. Have a great evening.